Hello, good evening. Welcome to my channel. I'm Gloria. This is Yoga with Gloria. Thanks for being here. So, if you have joined me before, welcome back. Thanks for returning and being a loyal student here with me in the yoga classes. And if you're new, please consider subscribing as I do these free full hour yoga classes 3 times a week since COVID started. Tuesday, Thursday, and Sundays at 5:30 Pacific p.m. Yep. Okay. And if you are not a sponsor and interested in joining my private high intensity interval training classes, please visit the website below the screen now for information on how you can become a sponsor. You can start little movements here. The sponsorship starts at $10 a month, and you have access to my private high intensity classes, high intensity interval classes. Let's go the other way. So we do that via Zoom, and we also have private Qigong classes twice a week. All right, let's get started. Please let me know where you're from or say hello in the comments. Give a holler. So we're moving slowly in one direction, noticing where you're tight. Oh, I can't see comments. Oh, there they are. Hello, Roseanne. Welcome back, John. And hello, Suresh. Welcome. Glad you guys can be here live. Just tuning in to what's tight. Oh, Angela, welcome back. And we'll go the other way again. All right, reaching up. Make fists and circles. And let's walk a hand out to the side. It can be totally straight and just finding a little side bend, reaching up and over. Try to keep both sitting bones on the floor. Try to turn your heart up to the sky. So if you're more flexible, you can lower the elbow slowly down, but don't overstretch. Okay, other side, walking out. And if you're more flexible, elbow to the floor. All right, let's go ahead and turn and twist. So it's a full body today, but we're going to do a little more in the opening the hips. So let's try to, if you have a blanket handy for later, it'll be nice to pad up your knees. Oh, hello, Alice. I'm glad you made it. All right, let's come back to center. And let's go ahead and lift our arms up. Actually, just take one hand over the ear and gently pull it over as comfortably, putting as little or as much weight as you're comfortable. Again, without overdoing. So the other hand, you can either put fingertips to the floor, or you can bring the hand behind you with the palm facing out. And slowly come on back. And you're just going to turn your neck in one direction, your head, and turn your head in the other direction. And back to center. And you're just going to gently cock your head to the other direction. So if fingertips were too much for you, you can always do less than what I'm asking of you. So fingertips if you like a little extra. Otherwise, just leaning your head towards your ear is fine. You can also walk your other hand, fingertips on the floor, or you can have your hand behind you. Breathing into that side of your neck, upper back, shoulder. And slowly coming up. All right, let's go ahead, shrug the shoulders forward, up, back and down, forward, up, back and down. One more time. Forward, up, back and down. Just kind of tick-tock your head one direction and the other. All right, let's close our eyes. Just tuning into our body and our breath before we begin. As you inhale, feel your belly expand on the inhale and relax on the exhale. And slowly begin to deepen your breath. Inhale, hold your breath at the top. Open your mouth and blow it out. 2 more times. Inhale, hold, open your mouth. Last time, inhale. Hold your breath a little longer. Lift your chest. Take the sides of your neck back. Open your mouth, blow it out. Hands in front of your heart, drop your gaze, and take a moment to call up an intention for today's class. And we'll seal that in with 3 ohms, inhaling deeply. Okay, welcome Fernanda and Dan. Let's start on our backs. And I'm going to start this way so you can see me. Okay, feet are on the floor. And start a little hip opening. Draw the right knee into your chest, the right knee. And then you're going to grab half happy baby. So grab the inner arch of your foot if you can. The inner arch or even the heel. And then you're going to lean to the right until the right knee touches the floor. So that left knee will pop up. The left hip is popped up. That's fine. And then from here, maybe straighten it a little bit. Maybe it almost touches the floor. Maybe you're not ready. Hamstrings are still tight. Just started. It's fine. And then from here, use your left hand to grab the outer edge of your foot. And you're just going to do a twist. So grabbing the inner heel, tap down the knee, the right knee, and maybe the right toes to the floor. And then cross your wrist, grab the outside edge of your foot, do a spinal twist. So the knee and the foot touch the floor, and then spinal twist, either with a bent leg or maybe you can straighten the leg if you're more flexible. So the knee, the right toes to the floor, and then twist. Maybe straighten. Knee, toe, twist, maybe straighten. Hi, Jen. I'm glad you can make it. I hope you're using your pretty new yoga mat. And twist, knee and toe, and twist, knee and toe, and twist. And let's do 2 more here. And last one. Bring your knee down. See if you can straighten the leg. And then twist and maybe straighten the leg, maybe not. And release. So back to center. And we'll do the other side. So the left knee into your chest. Grabbing the inner arch of your foot or the heel. And then you're just going to turn over. Maybe let the knee hit the floor. If you're more flexible, you can straighten the leg and have the toes hit the floor. And then you're going to cross your wrist. Maybe grab the outside edge of your foot and just do a twist. You can just twist here. You can keep the knee bent in the beginning. You can just drop your knee to the floor if you're less flexible, and you can just twist if you're not ready for a hamstring movement. If you're ready to do hamstrings and hips, then you drop your knee to the floor holding your heel. See if you can straighten the left leg. Then you grab the outer edge of your foot and then see if you can straighten it. So the left knee, the left toes hit the floor. And if you can't grab your foot, you can grab your leg anywhere on the calf is fine. Straighten it out. Knee and toe, cross and straighten. Knees and toes, cross and straighten. Knees and toes, cross and straighten. Knee and toe, cross and straighten. So keep going. Just gonna flip around. Knee and toes, cross and straighten. And just feeling your hips and all the lower joints really opening and moving together. 3 more here. 3, 2, and last one. And okay, coming back to center. Let's go ahead and grab a full happy baby pose. Outer edges of your feet. Stamping the low back into the floor. Lifting up through the crown of your head. If you can, grab your big toes with your peace fingers. Maybe straighten the legs. And release. And we're just going to have our hands, we can sit on them a little bit if you like. And you're just going to think about lifting your pelvis off the floor, shooting your legs straight up. The small movements, just an inch is fine, or 6 inches, but just up, not over. Like, we're not doing this halasana. Instead, we're just trying to go straight up. Okay, so let's just do a few of those straight up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Not so bad, right? So we'll do 10 more. Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. And hands behind our head. We'll do one set of normal classic bicycle. So lifting your head up, chin away from the chest. Right leg is straight, elbow towards the knee. It doesn't have to touch. Just like that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. All right, let's take our hands behind and rock on up. Cross your ankles and come into all fours, spreading your fingers. Cat cow, drop your belly, look up. Inhale, exhale, round your back. Tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, exhale, inhale. And then flipping your fingers towards your knees if you want to get that carpal tunnel stretch in. Again, you can walk your hands closer to your knees if you need to. And clawing the floor with the knuckles up is a good, safe way to do it. Adding lion's breath. Here we go. Inhale. Inhale. 2 more. And last one. All right. Turn your fingers face forward. Curl the toes under, and we're going to press back into downward facing dog. Pedal our feet out. Take the right leg to the outside edge of your hand here and just step it. And then back to downward dog. And then step it to the outside edge of your left foot. Hello, Jawad from Virginia. Welcome. Opening the hips today. Stepping out with the right foot to the outer edge of your right wrist. Back to downward dog. Left foot to the outer edge of the left hand. Downward dog. Right side. And then now we're going to just plant the back knee down for lizard pose. We'll do some lizard swirls. So just take the knee a little bit out, and then I lift the back toes and I just bring them a little to the right. So from here, my shoulder is pressing my right knee out to the right. There, right here. And then I'm going to pull straight back down to the back and then to the left and right. So you can just make it your own. Just basically, you just want to move this right hip joint in a circle that feels good to you. So if this is not feeling good or you're not quite getting a movement that feels organic or natural for you, then you can just hold right here in regular lizard. Okay, I just do a few warming up the hip even more. All right, and then pause, lift the back knee and set it down. And let's see if you can put the left forearm down and reach up towards your bent knee to your right. Bend and maybe catch your foot. If you cannot catch your foot, don't worry, you can just come straight on your belly and then catch your foot. Find a little quad stretch here. All right, then we will all come and join you on our bellies here. Forearms down. Let's curl the toes under a little bit more for the holidays. Got to get a little more core in. Let's make a fist or palm straight down. And we're going to roll on up 8-point plank. So keeping on your knees. And squeezing elbows together, squeezing knees together. Pulling elbows down towards knees, knees up towards elbows. Shaking is good. If you're not shaking, put a little more effort till you shake. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Little shimmy. And we'll go up again. I think it's easier to see without this shirt, probably. Okay, here we go. All right, pressing down with the forearms, rounding up. So you can gaze between your forearms, squeeze your knees together, isometrically drag your forearms down towards your knees, belly button into the spine. 5 more breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. All right, little shimmy side to side. And release. Let's bring our hands by the side, coming up for a full cobra if you're ready. Otherwise, you can stay with your Sphinx on your forearms. You want to roll your shoulders back, take the back of your neck in line with your spine. Turn and look over your left shoulder. Turn and look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Curl your toes, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. We're going to bring it to the outside edge of our hand here. And I'm going to put my right knee down. And I'm going to pivot on my knee and bring the foot a little bit to the left. And then with my left shoulder, I'm pressing the left knee to the left. And then I'm just going to lower down and straighten the leg a little bit. and then over to the right, to the left, and just make these little circles. In one direction, or you can do the opposite direction. I like to go straight back, to the right, forward, and then straight back, to the right, forward, a little to the left. And again, whenever you're ready, or if it's, you can just come into your regular lizard pose. So on your hands, lift your toes, maybe rock onto the edge. Come on down. If you're ready, I know it's early, but we did those little hip openers on our back earlier, so they should be somewhat open. You can rock a little side to side. Right forearm comes down, turn, grab the back foot. If you're able to pull it in, feel a nice quad stretch. And again, if you cannot pull it in, just lay on your belly like we did earlier and pull it in. And in fact, we will all lay on our belly now. Chin down, Shalabhasana, stretching everything up, strengthening our entire backside, and down and up and down. Last time up. Cobra, if you're ready. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Bring it forward. Let's come up for high lunge. Sinking into your high lunge. Feel that left front part of the hip stretching open. And then I'm just going to show you from the front view. Okay, hold on. Let me finish this. So I'm going to show you from the front view. So you keep your balance and you grab your left hand straight up and over to the right. Okay, so over to the right, keep your balance. If you can balance, lift and lower that back heel. 1, 2, and release. Coming forward, lifting arms overhead. 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down and step back. Nice strong plank. Lower to your belly. Come on up for Cobra and downward dog. Left leg comes up. Three-legged dog. Let's bring it forward for high lunge. Come on down. Square your hips forward. Jeff wants to know why I do yoga. Because it feels good. Doesn't this feel good? Like do this stretch with me right now and tell me it doesn't feel good. So grab your right wrist, lift it straight up and pull it over while you balance. So you should feel a nice, yummy stretch on that right side of your body. If you can balance up and down, up and down, up and down. Good. And then come forward. So I do it to feel better in my body. And not only that, but also in my mind after I'm more calm and relaxed. Hands in front of lifting up. Right hand down and twist. So you guys can tell me why you guys do yoga, since he asked me why I do. I think it's the same for most people, hey? Stepping back. If you don't feel a benefit, then you wouldn't come back, right? Chaturanga or your belly, Cobra or up dog, and downward dog. All right, right leg up. Let's bend it and stack it. Open up your hips. Look under the left underarm. Bring that right leg forward. Bend the back heel down for warrior one. Come on up. Let's do left elbow over right. Lift your elbows, hands away from the face. And then open your hands. Clasp your hands behind you. Knuckles in your low back. Lift your chest and then squeeze your elbows together behind you. Straighten the front leg. And let's take your right hand forward as far as you can. Grabbing your ankle, the floor, or a block. And then stack your shoulders, stack your hips. For triangle pose, you should feel a nice stretch in that side body, upper side body. You can use a block here or soup can. And if you have trouble with balance, you can lean against a wall here. You reach the top hand parallelish. Let's bend the front knee and walk the right hand forward. Practice your half moon pose. Stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips. Again, leaning against a wall if you need to, or just you can come down to your knee if you're afraid to fall over, much less. Good. Bend the top leg if you're able to. Practice your Chapasana, kicking away and relax. Go ahead and windmill the hands to the floor for standing splits. If you want, you can bend your standing leg. Make sure you don't fall over. You can press into the calf as you straighten the leg. You bring your forehead closer to your knee if you're not afraid to fall over. And release. Go ahead and bend the back knee over to your right. Have a seat for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Hands behind you. Lift your chest. Inhale Exhale, turn towards your bent knee or elbows past your knee. And release. Cross your ankles and let's pop back into downward facing dog. Feet together, left leg lifts for three-legged dog. You're going to bend it and stack it. Open your hips. Look under that right underarm. And bring the left leg forward. Come on up. Warrior one. Right elbow over left, eagle arms. Lift your elbows, hands away from the face. Open. Drop your hands. Clasp the opposite pinky at the bottom this time. And roll your shoulders back. Straighten the arms. Humble warrior. Coming forward. And release. Straighten the front leg. Hinge forward as far as you can for triangle pose. So grabbing the floor or your ankle or a block. And then you're just going to stack your shoulders, stack your hips. Maybe reach your arm parallelish. Hand to your hip and maybe bend your left knee to the floor, or you can walk forward for your half moon pose. So stacking your shoulders, stacking your hips. So most of you might need a block under or you can just come up onto fingertips and then stack. Flex through the top foot or spread your toes if that helps you. Once you feel balanced, you might be able to turn your gaze up and maybe even catch your foot for Chapasana, or grab your toes and kick it away. Just a different version. There are many versions. Windmill your hand to the floor for standing splits. Standing 90-degree angle. Maybe taking your left hand behind the calf if you like to. Pressing into it. Trying to get a little higher. All right. Bend that back knee over to your left and come have a seat. So you want to wiggle both sitting bones on the floor. And you're going to twist towards your bent knee, super straight posture. So maybe you're just hugging it in, which is fine. Or if you want to go deeper, elbow hooks past your knee as you lengthen up through the crown of your head. And release. From here, just lift your heels off the floor. Just namaste your hands and go side to side. Or you can just go side to side. You can Actually, fingertips together is fine. Kind of like a Russian twist. Exhale, 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 exhale. 3 more on each side, 2 more on each side. Last one on each side, and relax. Okay. Downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Bring it forward. Spin the back heel down. Come on up for warrior 2. Inhale up, roll it back, and exhale. Sink into it, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. And reverse the warrior. Keep the front knee bent so you feel that side body stretch. Hand, the back hand to the back leg, or you can wrap around if you can get to press the thigh away to get a deeper side body stretch. Forearm to your thigh, side angle. Turn your heart up to the sky. Drop your hand to the floor or a block if you're able to. You could bend and straighten a little bit. Top hand behind you, roll your shoulder back for your half bind or take a full bind. All right. Turn this foot in, other foot out. Warrior 2 on the other side. Heel to arch or heel to heel alignment. Shrug, open up. Sink down. Reverse the warrior. Elbow to your thigh for side angle. And drop your hand to the floor. Bend and straighten. Right hand behind you, half bind or full bind. And release. Quarter turn back to center. And I'm going to turn sideways. You could heel toe a little closer together. Hips back. Hands on your inner thighs. Drop your right shoulder forward. Look over the left shoulder. Drop the left shoulder. Look over the right. Okay. Time for your blanket. And if you don't have a blanket, you can do it on your mat. It's fine. If you have a blanket, it's nicer because as your hips open up, you slide further away so you get a deeper hip stretch. So we're going to open our hips in the frog pose. If it's too much for you to splay your legs open, your inner hips, and you're just, then you can just go on your back and just let your knees, your legs fall down like this. And you let gravity just let you sink here for 2 minutes or something. But the rest of us are going to do the real frog pose. So you want to think about right angles here. So as if my feet were against a wall. Should I go sideways? Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So my ankles are at a right angle. My knees are at a right angle. My forearms are down. And we're just going to hold it here for 2 minutes. So if you need to get out earlier, of course you can, but try to hang in there. Already, as I start to open, my blanket is sliding a little further away to make my hips open a little further. So that may or may not be a good thing. But just breathe deep and relax here. Okay, let's do like 20 more seconds. Okay, so you're going to slowly press down into your forearms. And you're going to have your big toes move toward each other the best they can. And then you're going to come up to your hands and slide your knees together. So after that, I bet your hips want to stretch out. So you bring your knees together and I swing my hips to the left as much as it will go. And then after it won't go to the left anymore, then just slowly bring it forward. Okay, same thing to the right. So knees are together, hands on the side of the mat. Swing your hips to the right as far as it'll go. Then bring your hips forward. And then you'll feel a nice stretch on that right side. Or you can just take these little circles here, like hip swirls, whatever you want. Just, move organically that feels good to you in one direction. And then switch sides to the other direction. All right. Let's come on down and open the shoulders a little bit. So a little dolphin, pressing down with the forearms, opening up our shoulders. The head is not on the floor if you can help it. Feet together. For some of you, you might be able to lift the right leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left leg up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. All right. You're going to take your left leg at the bottom. Try to close it all up here. Right leg over that. Gomukhasana legs. So stacking the knees up. And an easier one to do is eagle arms on top. Left elbow over right. And you can stay here, up or down. If you want to do the harder full Gomukhasana, left hand pats yourself on the back. Take your elbow behind you. Press your head back into the elbow. Maybe stay here, or maybe you can connect or use a belt behind you. Or maybe you can fold forward. All right, release. And go ahead and switch your legs. Left knee on top. You can snuggle it a little deeper. Right hand pats yourself on the back. Or unless you want to do eagle arms, it's easier. Right elbow over left. Just like this is fine. Or the harder one, patting yourself on the back with the right hand. Elbow behind you. Press your head back into the elbow. Maybe taking a bind if you're able to. If not with your hands, you can use anything, a belt, a strap. Coming forward if you're able to. And back. And release. Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Lift and lengthen and fold forward. Maybe your head cradles in your soles of your feet. And let's straighten the right leg. Spin the inner thighs out for Janu Shirshasana. Hands behind you, lift and lengthen. Left hand comes up towards the outer edge of your foot if you can reach that far. Otherwise, just the outside of your leg somewhere. Or you can grab a strap and put it around the arch of your foot here. Lift and lengthen and fold. Forehead towards the knee. And slowly come on up. And under the knee, let's straighten the other one. Lift and lengthen. Inhale. Right arm up to the outer edge of your foot if you can. And fold. Forehead towards the knee. And then coming up and stamping the foot, the right foot straight in, lifting and lengthening. And you're just going to twist towards your bent knee. If you like, you can hook your elbow past the knee for a deeper twist. And then other side, if didn't do it on the other side, so bending the left foot down, lifting and lengthening, and you're going to turn towards your bent knee. So if this feels like a good enough twist, just do this. If you want a deeper one, hooking the elbow past your knee. So the most important thing is lengthening up through the crown of your head. And then use that resistance, the arm and the knee resist each other as you feel that spinal twist, moving up your spine, and finally gazing over your left shoulder. And release. Okay, you're going to take your leg here and you can just cradle it. So both hands can be, you can just grab the ankle and the knee somewhere under it and cradle it. Or if you're more flexible, you'll have the shin parallel to the floor, close, really close to your chest here. Good. Hips should be pretty open after this class, and we'll do the same for the other side. Okay, with open hips, let's try to do at least half lotus here. So just bringing the ankle over the thigh there. You can join me in half lotus, closing meditation or closing class. If you're able to, so be careful here. Just scooping under the ankle, maybe lifting and pulling in. And there shouldn't be any hurting on the knees there. Otherwise, just quickly take it off, and half lotus is fine. All right. So arms overhead, gathering all of that nourishing universal chi, pressing it into our heart center as we smile and feel blessed and feel gratitude. And with gratitude for our practice here together in the virtual world, let's offer one Om to seal it in. Inhaling deeply. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Thanks, Suresh. Good to see you. Bye, Roseanne. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share my channel. Thanks, John. Thanks for coming. Every little bit goes a long way, so please continue sharing my channel with a friend, a colleague, parents. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time. Be safe. Until then, goodbye.